Well, hello there, fishing friends, and if you're new here, welcome. So on today's video, I thought I'd do another journey. I had so much fun on the Happy New Year journey, I thought I'd give some more a try. This time we're going to go ahead and try some adventure journey. We'll start off here with the River Goblin. I'll probably split these up into 3 separate videos. We'll do River Goblin, King of the Ocean, and then Colonial Shores. But for today, we're going to do River Goblin. So let's take a look at this. And it looks like we got some rivers in South Korea that we'll be hitting up. You can't switch to the other ones, so I guess I'll hit the River Han, do the Snakehead, and we'll start there. Alright, so I thought I would give you a little insight on how I do my research here. If you want this... Oh, got some fireworks going off. If you want this spreadsheet is in my video description. I do spreadsheets for all the different DLCs as well. So if you need help, if you want to look at the color codes, these will be all in the video description. You can go and use my spreadsheets. So for the Snakehead, if you want to use a bait, you can start off using, let's see, we got a shiner and a krill. So the krill would be yellow, the shiner would be green. So if you're looking for a large fish, you can see that that is the only fish that has a yellow-green pattern. And that's how I look for ways to spot these right away, as I look for this pattern. So we would be going krill with yellow and then shiner for green, and I would just switch between those two. That's if you want to use bait. If you want to use a lure, we can go over here. We got the Snakehead. It's also, since it's color-coded here, large, and then you got the green, medium, and the yellow, small. So you're going to be looking for the large fish when you're looking for these colors. So if we go over here to the Snakehead, let's see what we got that's different on these different locations. You know, there's a lot of yellow in the large there, a lot of red there, a lot of red there. Snakehead, we have green on crankbait, and what's next to it. Is there any other green red? So it looks like what we could do is for the crankbait and metal jig, we can switch between those two baits. Look for a green on the crankbait and red on the metal jig, and that would help spot that. So let me jump back into the game, and I'll kind of show you how to do that. So crankbait, metal jig, and crankbait is going to be green. All right, so let's jump back in there. All right, so I got my casting rod here. I'm going to be going to crankbait. That's going to be green on the crankbait. And I'm going to go over to metal jig, and it needs to turn red. So actually we got quite a few of them right here. Looks like those 3, or those 2, that's a medium-sized fish. That one there. So it looks like the 3 green ones right out there that are large are probably the Snakehead. Now if we go back to that bait, alright, so I have some live bait on here. Let's take a look now. I have krill on there, as you can see. Let's see if I can get a shot with some light in the background there. Alright, so on krill we're looking for yellow large, and we do have those 3 yellow large. And then when we go over to the shiner, I go over to the right one time to go to the shiner, and you can see they turn green. If you remember, it was yellow on shiner, or yellow on krill, and green on shiner when we were looking it up on the spreadsheet. So that's the different ways that you can research these and try to find this. I am actually going to be using the shiner because I like using live bait. So let's see. It looks like it's probably in the middle depth since it's not really bright. Yeah, I'd start off in the middle on those. I'm probably going to target this one. I am on my B reel and rod. It's going to cast out to 250 feet. Your A rod and reel, actually your A rod, the reel doesn't determine your casting, but the A rod will cast out to 300 feet, your B 250, and your C to 200. So I pretty much use B when I'm fishing on freshwater because hardly ever do you see anything out there at the 300 foot mark. So this just takes less time to reel back. So I'm going to cast it out to 250 feet, reel it back to 200 feet, and see if we can catch that guy. And yep, turned red right away. And come on, take the bait. And it does run. It is a large fish. And we'll bring this guy in. And it'll probably jump here after a couple of swims, and we'll get to see if it's it. Pretty sure it is. My spreadsheet is usually perfect. Every once in a while I do find an error on it, and I'll fix it. So it's always evolving. And like I said, I have multiple spreadsheets for all the different DLCs. So if you have US West DLC, all of them are in the video description. And also, if you open one spreadsheet, at the very bottom of it, you'll see different tabs. And if you go to the very last tab, to the links. Oh, I missed that snap because I was sitting here chatting away. If you go to the links, it'll have links to all the other spreadsheets as well. So if you open one, you can get to the others just by using the links inside the spreadsheet. Almost here. And let's see what we get to go catch next. Now I won't show you all the different spreadsheets on catching these. I just figured I'd show you on this first one to kind of show you my pattern, how I research. There's the snakehead, and we'll keep it. And now we're going to go back to the lodge. But I figured I would show you how I do my research, and then I give you the links in the video description so you can go figure it out as well. But on each fish, I will tell you what I'm going to be looking for the color patterns and stuff like that. So let's head back to the lodge and see what the next fish did. Okay, so we're back at the lodge, and the next fish is going to be the Mandarin fish. Well, let's go out to the river. Is it Geum, I guess you'd say? I don't know how to say that. River Geum, and we'll go catch that Mandarin fish. Okay, here we are. I'm going to show you another way that you can do some research without using the spreadsheet, but it doesn't always work. The spreadsheet kind of shows you everything all together, which makes it nice and easy, which is why I created that spreadsheet. But here's a way to do it while you're in the game. So if you just bring up your Fishopedia here, this is what I like to call it. It's the fish in this location. We're going after this Mandarin fish. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to find a lure or a bait that none of the other fish of that size like. So spotted barbel, this all starts off with small fish. So these are all small. Once you get to the white-nosed loach, that's the last small fish. The Mandarin fish starts off the medium fish. These four are medium. And then when you get to the next page, Snakehead starts off the large fish. So we are going to be going after the medium-sized Mandarin fish. So we're going to only focus on these four fish. Now, we'll click on the Mandarin fish. Let's look at the live baits. We have krill and we have shiner. So now I'm going to look at the other three fish and see if either one of these two are the only one on these other three fish. All four of these fish, I should say. So let's go to the Korean Piscivorous. And let's look at that. Okay, so it only likes worm. So we don't have to worry about this one grabbing our line if we have either the krill or the shiner. At least it won't grab it right away. It might grab it, but not right away. All right, so the sea run days, we have worm and we have krill. All right, so that rules out using krill because we don't want to get the sea run days while we're trying to catch the Mandarin fish. So let's go to the skin carp. And the skin carp likes grasshopper and worm. So all of these like the worm. So we won't ever have to, when we're trying to catch these other ones, we're going to be using worm possibly. But let's go back to the Mandarin fish. Shiner. Shiner was the only one that did not show up on these other three fish. So I'm going to be using, it looks like I already got it on there, I'm going to be using the shiner, and I am going to be using the fish finder as well. So I got the shiner on there. We're looking for the only green medium fish. And there are two of them out there. There's one right there, and there's one right there. These ones with the top fin, that's a large, so we're not going to go after that. And then these tiny ones are, of course, the smalls. So since we're going after a medium-sized fish that's green, we're going to go after that one right there. I do have my rod B, so I'm going to cast out to 250 feet, and then I'm going to reel it back to that one, counting it out 510, so that'll be about right there. Maybe I'll count it to 12 or something like that. And then, because every line here is a 5 count as you're reeling. So when you're reeling it in, every rotation is 10 feet. So you would count back, counting back reverse 50 feet and then 100 feet right there. So, all right, I am going to cast out and see if we can catch that guy. It looks like he's in the middle, so I'll just leave my line right in the middle. If he was on the top or the bottom, I would press my thumbstick up or farther down to go down. But let's go ahead and catch it in the middle. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll stop right there, and it did turn red right away. And this one should be pretty quick and easy to bring in since it's just a medium-sized fish. And I do have my bait turned on so you can see where my bait's at, and line color turned on, all that stuff. I don't always fish with bait and line color turned on. Usually I don't have bait turned on at all, but when I'm doing these videos I like to do that, just so you can kind of see where the bait's at. Not that you can see it very easily in a video, I suppose, but oh well. Alright, there we go. There's the Mandarin fish. Cool. And we'll keep that guy. And we're going to go back to the lodge and see what we're going to catch next. Okay, so here we are back at the lodge. We're going to be going after the Korean Piscivorous at the River Hwang. I think that's how you say it. River Hwang, maybe? Hwang? Alright, well, let's go ahead and start this stage and try to catch that guy. Okay, so here we are. Let's go to the Korean Piscivorous here. Right there. And this one, I actually know this one. I told somebody else on the Facebook page how to find this guy. It's to find it, you don't have to catch it with this. You can catch it with the worm or any of the others. But to find it, this will be the only green medium-sized fish when you have the whopper plopper turned on. So let's go ahead and go back to lure fishing and find my whopper plopper. And it is right there. And grab my fishing pole here. Is that A? Okay. I'm going to grab my fishing pole here. And we're going to be looking for a green medium-sized fish. And there aren't any on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset my fish. To do that, all you do is you switch to expert, back to hard, or normal if you're fishing in normal, and that will give you 15 new fish. Grab my line here, and there he is. He's right out here. That's the Korean Piscivorous. He is right on top, so actually the whopper plopper is probably going to do a great job of catching it. I am on A right now, so this is going to cast out to 300 feet. I'll reel it in, and then I'll kind of pause right there since it's on the top. It'll just sit right on top. Alright, so cast it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it's going to grab it right there. I don't even have to pause. There we go. Bring this guy in. That was pretty quick and easy. Once you learn how to research these fish and, determine what baits and lures and stuff they like, it's pretty easy to find some of these. I highly recommend doing these journeys. If you're trying to get it done quickly, there's a Korean Piscivorous. If you're trying to get it done quickly, it doesn't hurt to play on normal and hard so you can use the fish finder. As I was saying on there before I hit continue, you can fish it on expert if you want to fish expert. That's totally up to you. But I find it's a lot quicker and easier, especially when I'm doing something like this that I just want to catch them all and try to complete a journey. I just do it on normal and hard. But hey, if you want to do expert, go right ahead. I love fishing expert. So, all right, so let's go for the spotted barbel next. This is the River Nakdong, I guess. I don't know how to say a lot of these words, but we'll head out there and we'll see how to catch the spotted barbel. Okay, so here we are. It's another night scene. We got some lightning bugs over there. I like this area here. It's fun fishing at night. I don't normally do videos in the night areas, but on these journeys I have to. but I don't like to do videos at night because it's hard for you guys to see. All right, let's pull this fish OPD up here. We're going after the spotted barbel, and we are going to be using a soft bait on this one. So how we're going to spot this one, we're going to use 2 to 3 baits. So we're going to start off with soft bait. Let me pull up the lures here. So actually, let me go to my lures here. So we're going to start off with soft bait. We're going to go to minnow and then crankbait. So it's going to be green on the soft bait, yellow on the minnow, and red on the crankbait. There is another fish that's out there that is green on the soft bait, yellow on the minnow, but it's also yellow on the crankbait. So that's why we're going to use those 3 colors to spot it perfectly. You could, if you want to just cast over and over and possibly not catch the other fish, you could just use the soft bait and the minnow. But if you want to find it exactly, we're going to use all 3 of those. So it's going to be green, yellow, red. So let's pull up our fish finder here. And we're looking for a small green fish. We got a small green fish right there. We got a small yellow fish, and we got a small green fish right there. I have the worm on here right now. I'm going to press my thumbstick to the right, and we're going to watch those colors change. So this one turned red, so that's not it. That one turned red, so that's not it. I believe that's the minnow when it turns red on the next bait. That one turned yellow, so that might be it. And there's another yellow one right there too. I'm going to go over one more time, and it turned red. So that was the color code we wanted. We wanted the green, yellow, red. So we have 2 of them out there that we can fish for. This one looks like it's towards the bottom, as is that. This might be a bottom fish. So I'm going to go back to my soft bait. Oh, never mind. See, that started off yellow. So this is the only one that's it. So this one is the only one that started off with green, yellow, red. All right, so this is going to be the fish we're going to catch. Let me cast out there. I believe I have A on there again. Yep. So this is going to cast way out there. Now, when I'm doing lure fishing, I usually use A just because I want to go past it and I want to reel across over the top. So that's why I'm using A. When I'm doing bait fishing, I use B because there's nothing past 250. So technically, I could go back to B on this one, but I'll just use my A here. All right, let's cast out there and try to catch that. Now, I might grab that one at the same time. So let's see, 5, 10, 11, 12, maybe I'll do a 13 count and try to avoid this one, 13 or 14. It's getting close to the 15 mark there, so. All right, it's got there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's do 12. Let it drop. And kind of mess with it right there. Kind of reel it in a little bit, let it drop. Here we go. That's it. It'll be a really small splash. See, that's not it. I'm going to pull my thumbstick back. That will quick release it. And I'm going to go after. See, that was probably one of these big guys down there because it ran. So let's try that again. 5, 10. Yeah, like I said, 12 should have been it. Let's try this and see if I can. Let's try about right there and see what happens. Should turn red right away once it gets down close to it. I think that's going to be the medium-sized fish. I'll go ahead and bring it in just so I can get it out of the way, and then I'll know for sure, unless it gets replaced with another green fish. But I'll go ahead and bring this guy in, give myself some points, some money, whatever I need. Yeah, so there's the Mandarin fish. We caught that one already. Alright, so let's bring up our fish finder here again. And as you can see, that got rid of that other green one. So this one should be easy to catch now. So we're going to count again 5, 10, and probably about 14. Probably those bubbles right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Drop it right there. Hopefully it turns red right away. Nope. Might have went too far. Alright. Quick retrieve it, pulling a thumbstick back. Let's do 12 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And drop it right there. This is why I like using live bait. It's a lot quicker than lures, in my opinion. You can jig it around. All right. Let's go at 10, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop it there. Or maybe that's it right there. That was pretty quick. Nope, that's not it. This one's being a booger. What I could do, let's see. Since we know where it's at, we know that's it, I could actually go to a worm or a grasshopper. Let's do that. Let's go with a grasshopper. Let's see what we got. So we got a ton of green. And let's go to a worm. Can I see a worm? Okay. Alright, so worm won't be too bad. There's not a bunch of stuff there. So again, I have my B reel on, or B rod on there. So it's going to cast out to 250. So I'm going to count back 5 and probably about 8. So I'm trying to stay away from that one. And it's on the bottom. Pretty dim, so it's on the bottom. Could be those bubbles out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's drop it right there and see what happens. See how much quicker that was. Hopefully it's not that big fish that's down there. See how fast that was? Yeah, that's it right there. So I do that often as well. I'll use another type of a bait to find it, you know, a lure to find it, and then I'll switch back over to my live bait to catch it, or vice versa. All right, there we go. We got the River Goblin complete. Let's head to the lodge and get our reward for that. Oh, never mind. I guess we still got one more to do. I thought that completed it. We got the River Dong. All right. Well, let's head over there to that and catch the minnow. Okay, so here we are. Let's pull up the Fishpedia here. Go to the minnow. Again, we'll be using soft bait like we did on the previous, what was it, the Piscivorous or Mandarin fish or something. I don't remember which one we used, but we'll be using the soft bait to find this guy. It will be green on the soft bait, but this will be red on the minnow, where the other one was yellow on the minnow. So we're going to be looking for a green and then a red on the minnow. Let me go ahead. I do have my lure on there. And we are looking for a small, it's like this one here, small fish. The minnow is a small fish. But we have soft bait on there, it needs to be green. So let's switch the fish again, expert back to hard, do another reset, and look to see if we have any green small fish. And we don't. I'm going to continue to do the resets until I get a green small fish on here. Alright, so we have a green small fish. It is right there. It's kind of hard to see because it's underneath this big yellow fish and that green fish. There, you can kind of see it there. Let me press my thumbstick to the right and see if it turns red, and it sure did. So that is our minnow right there. Now, what sucks is there's a lot of fish around that fish. So let's go to the float fishing and see what happens. So that's yellow, got red there on grasshopper. Does it like grasshopper? It does. All right, so we still got these other fish, but they are towards the top, and that minnow looks like it's on the bottom because you see how dim it is. So it looks like it's on the bottom. I'm going to drop my line all the way down, okay, using my B rod so that I can get out to 250 and count back to the 150 foot mark. So let me cast out, bring it back to this 150 foot mark on the bottom, so it should avoid these two green ones, and see if we can catch that first cast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let it drop. Line should turn red pretty quickly, hopefully. It did. Hopefully we missed those two medium-sized fish. And we did. That's just a small little splash. Alright. That should be it right here. And we have our little minnow. Now we can use it to go catch bigger fish. We'll keep that one. And now the River Goblin Journey is complete. So now let's head to the lodge and claim our reward. Alright, there we go. Now I can receive my reward. And my journey's reward, Goblin's Companion. You have a new journey reward. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how you can go and display your reward. Because not everybody knows how to do this. So we're going to go over here to the clothing. And when you're in here, you're going to go to the mirror. And here we are. Hello, I'm the VR fisherman. And I am like really close up here. And what you do is you go into the hat here and you click on the crown. Now what that does is it brings up all your different rewards that you can display. So on this one, we just got Goblin's Companion. So if I click on that, you can see I have Goblin's Companion above my head. So when you go fish in multiplayer, people will see that you finished the Goblin's Companion. Doug is always with you. That's a hidden one. I'll give you the secret on that one. To get this one, all you have to do is when you're switching between locations. So say you're going from map 1 to map 2. All you got to do is turn around and the credits will scroll. If you watch all the credits to the very bottom, you'll be able to unlock this reward. So I think it's kind of cool that they stuck that little Easter egg in there. But so there's a little Easter egg that only you and I know. So and probably a million other people that have turned around. But yeah, so there you go. That's how you get your rewards. So hopefully this video was helpful for you. And if it was, make sure you give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.